Yeah, buddy. I'm back in the flesh, man. I'm back on the grind, getting my thing on. And we already know that, football is football is football. It's been a minute since I posted something without the backdrop and stuff like that, but it is what it is, buddy. Man, we're gonna hit this thing up before we hit the streets. Just wanna just be live. That's all. I just wanna go live. I ain't talk about nothing. It's what I just saw Family Guy. You guys know that Family Guy. It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. But luckily there's a Family Guy. Thank you, and thank you. And remember, oh man, let me see who all in the chat box, man. Let me see who all out there in the mix doing their thing on this beautiful, wonderful, marvelous, and I mean marvelous, marvelous Saturday. Who the first person to be in the chat box? Things like that. Pop out chat. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got. We got Lazy Dallas Cowboys production. Man, amp that thing up, man. Gotta beat the Crunk Cowboys production. We only got first and second place that's in this mix. Kelvin Smith. Hey, shout out to you too as well. I would speak to myself if I could just to talk about the Cowboys every day, even twice on Sunday. I would do that anywhere, any place at a time. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. It's always wonderful to talk Cowboys, getting things going in the right direction. This off season, although let me see what my buzzing phone is going off. There aren't the best versions, but I'll send you better ones soon. This is for my guy. He's sending me something. Hotspot, yeah. Looking for some grilled chicken wings and things. So we're gonna be out here live like 95. We're gonna get this thing going one way or another. We're gonna get this thing popping and rolling and rocking. Yes, indeed, man. The Dallas Cowboys. Earl Thomas. The one that we really want out there on the team wearing that 2-9. Man, if he can ever just get out there for us, won't that be nice? Will that be nice? Killing them softly. What's up, man? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. We killing them softly over here, man. That's a cold name. It's a cold YouTube name. Brian Bradford, what's up, man? You in the flesh, you live in the mix. Shout out to you, Notification Squad, man. Y'all put that down too as well. We all like the Notification Squad. We love them. We got to have them on our team. That's what I'm talking about. Notification this thing up. Let's get it live. Let's get this thing going. If it ain't live, it ain't me. Let's get crunk. Let's stay crunk. Yes, indeed. Clorox bleach, Clorox. You got to use that on your shirts. Clorox. Check out what I sent you on Instagram. Kind of funny, man. Hey, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out right now. Let me see if I can check it out right now. This is what Killing Them Softly said. Check out what I sent to you on Instagram. Alex T in the mix. All in the mix, man. All on the ones and twos. Lazy Dallas Cowboys production. I really got a good feeling about Smith and Randy Gregory and Rico. That's what we really need, man. We need Randy Gregory to step it up. We need Rico to step it up, and we also need who else? You had that Jalen Smith. That Jalen Smith, man, he led the team in tackles. If that don't speak volumes, if that itself don't speak volumes, and now all of a sudden he took that brace off, man. By him taking that brace off, period, that's going to be nice. Green Box Entertainment, man, what's good, Law? Everything is good, man. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Just check the mailbox, with my Cowboys gear on, of course, stuff like that. But let me check out what my guy sent me, man, on IG, Instagram, straight flexing. Instagram is the key, man. I'm bored, really. Let me see what he said. It's hard to check messages sometimes. You got the same name on Instagram as you do on YouTube, fam? I don't see anything in other message. Let me see what we got. I don't want to do it that way. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Uh, I was rolling through the six with my whoa. What we got? Landon Collins should have a higher rating than Earl Thomas. Should be on top rating safety. The fuck wrong with the game programmers? Da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, something like that of the nature. Cali boy fan 85, man. What's good, man? What's good with your nice hat? Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice hat, man. Appreciate it, man. Try to represent the Cowboy Nation all day. Do you see defense getting more sacks or creating turnovers? Um, I think this defense going to get more sacks just for the simple strength that they're going to get more sacks because these guys are going to be more seasoned. Taco is going to be better. I'm already declaring, decreeing that Randy Gregory, although the political football that Roger Goodell likes to throw out there, I think that he's going to be reinstated. I think that they still may get him suspended for the first 4 games because it's the Dallas Cowboys. So look for the big media to make that splash. Belly Irvin come back in week 5, and also Randy Gregory come back on week 5. Look at the media to do that. Look at the Roger Goodells to do that, right? So this is what I'm looking at. I'm thinking that with all my mind, heart, soul, and sinew, that they're going to interject. They're going to put in that those two guys at that time, and when this defense is going to explode. I always say this too as well. I'm trying to rap with you guys now because I'm focused. I'm concentrated. It's set in now. The nation has set upon me. Cast the aspersions upon me, and now it's time for me to really spit my mind. The thing is with this, the Roger Goodells of the world, I can't stand this guy because he always uses a political platform to make these things happen. But once the Cowboys get these guys together, the defense is going to be more explosive. The DBs, they're going to play up type on their line. They're going to create that pressure. They're going to do those things to have the opposition to force that ball. And whenever you force things in life, shit happen, right? So this is what's going to happen. Turnovers, takeaways going to be a plus. I already said, I went live on Instagram earlier today, and when I said this right here, this team, this 2018 team, when everybody thought about this right here of the 2015 Carolina Panthers, they had got rid of Steve Smith. They had to change a whole lot of philosophy on how they passed the ball. To me personally, to me, Dak Prescott is a better passer of the ball than Cam Newton. Dak Prescott's stats, his whole demeanor, way he played the game is better than Cam Newton. Trust me, take my word for it. You can pull up the stats. Dak Prescott's stats are better. I'll fight anybody who played for the Carolina Panthers to prove otherwise. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling the truth. I would debate you guys because you guys don't want to see Law Nation hands. I got these hands. If you think Pac-Man Jones got something, better watch out. But this is the thing that I'm really telling everybody right now. This guy, Dak Prescott, he's going to be the guy that's going to find an open man. Remember this, if you don't hear anything else from Law Nation. The Steve Smith, when he played for the Carolina Panthers, he was the quote-unquote the vocal leader. And when they got rid of him, that team blossomed in 2015. The way that team gelled as far as the defense. Luke Kuechly finally stayed healthy. We saw some other things out there too as well with what that team was able to do. To me, if this team defense, if the political football genius Roger Goodell, who's making the NFL $14.2 billion, step back and let us just play football, then you will see, guys, you will see this team defense being just that nasty. Of course, nobody knew before 2015 who the hell Josh Norman was, right? You kind of saw little flashes in 14, but 2015 was the year. So that's what Cheeto Bear Woozier is going to do. Not saying that he's the Josh Normans of the world, because to me, Josh Norman is a better zone corner than anything. But if you put Cheeto Bear Woozier in the second year of Jordan Lewis, and you sprinkle in the greatness of a Byron Jones who can play press cover corner better than he played out in space, then we will see a difference maker out there on this defense. And don't let me sprinkle. Don't let this happen, guys. I don't wear other players' jerseys. I just don't do that. But if Earl Thomas, I'm gonna have to go find me a number 29 jersey if Earl Thomas gets signed, or when Earl Thomas gets signed. and then his last name Thomas, my last name Thomas. So we might be cousins. You see what I'm saying? So this defense is going to be good. Shout out to corner ND. What's up? First time, was it first round TE defensive tackle or wide receivers? I don't know. I don't know the conversation before that. Top five DBs. What's up, fam? What does DB have the range to play in the space? I don't know. What DB have a range to play in space? I don't know. But this defense is going to shock the world. Just like 2015. Nobody saw the Carolina Panthers coming. Nobody's going to see this 2018 defense coming too as well. Uh, Earl Thomas hit hard, Reggie Dunn. Yeah, Reggie Dunn. Earl Thomas do hit hard. What else we have? Dak career is better than Carson Wentz. Facts. This is from Ty Tice. Yeah, but people would never let you make it with that. People are so drawn in and focusing on the small things. They miss the meat worrying about the peas. And they say, well, the guy can't play. On every level that he played on, he elevated the team. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the future with Dak Prescott in his third year. Me, I'm telling you, it's all about the running game, the offensive line, and you sprinkle in what Dak Prescott can do, the cerebral approach, not passing the ball, giving the ball away. Even at his worst, last year, those interceptions wasn't leading in the NFL. I digress. Incognito, what's up, man? What you say? What's up, brother? How you doing today? Yeah, killing them softly. What's that? What's this name? I like this name right here. Fly Noah? Which DB will have the best season? Which DB will have the better season, I guess, or the best? I have Cheeto Bay Owuzie. I'm having Cheeto Bay Owuzie just shocking the world. I think I did this last year. I did a Xavier Rhodes. I said Cheeto Bay Awuzie reminds me of Xavier Rhodes. That's my comp for him. And you look at Xavier Rhodes, you look at their measurables, you look at their height, you look at the style of play, you'll see Cheeto Bay Awuzie. And don't just take my word for it. Go get the NFL game fast or NFL game film or whatever, and look at the film, look at the tape, look at Minnesota games, just pop it on. Just go back and say, okay, when you see Xavier Rhodes, you see Cheeto Bay Awuzie. And I think Cheeto Bay Awuzie is a slight hair faster than him at that. Is it Gibbs? What's up, man? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Cowboys legend, 6 on Dak interceptions were deflected by passes of the wide receiver's hands. Basically, T. Will and other Cowboys receivers. I'm not going to mention their name because it's always like an igniter, a fire when I say that name. It bounced off their hands. The DB's able to catch it and run home to the touchdown with it. Running with the plug with it, you see. But hopefully this year is just going to be just a different year. Hit the reset button. None of this on the field, off the field, court action. And you know Roger Goodell still got his his fingerprints all over this team. It's just crazy that way. It is. It is. Zach Fox, what's up, man? Shout out to you. Man, let me move my little reader over here. Fox is in the building. Dak can finally just play. No more forcing it. I think he will play better than his rookie season. This is from Zach Fox. I mean, I'm glad you're on the same page as me, man. Rhodes is garbage. Top 5 debaters. Are you talking about? I'm talking about Xavier Rhodes. Now, you know, the cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think he's garbage. I think he's a physical corner, just medieval type of guy. Jam, barely get separation on him. He know how to use his physical traits to get that to cause that nuance out there. You know, that's who Xavier Rhodes is. This incognito left some great links on the D-ball project under your DeMarco Murray video. Find them, read them, good stuff. Yeah, I read most of them, man. As far as incognito, man, keep Keep dropping them facts, man. I like that because I read, man. I love to read. That's one thing I love to do. I love to read up on Cowboys. If I'm not doing anything on my spare time, I'm in the books, reading up on the Cowboys, seeing what they're going to do, how they can improve, what they need to improve on, things like that. So yeah, appreciate you, man. All that love you pulling out there, man. All that stuff, man. No doubt. Um, T. Will, the body catcher, top five debaters. Yes, T. Will love to have the ball to bounce off his body. I hope T. Will can get it back, in the good graces, man, with the staff after all that other shenanigan stuff that went on. Demetrius Lane, who? Who? I know you ain't asking who about Xavier Rhodes, man. Look him up, man. What the hell is this? Got a little fur or something. Now you feel like a little length coming off your thing. Yeah, yeah. Let me get this right. Let me get it right. Yes, indeed. Law. Bet. Number 13 gonna be a top wide receiver mid-year, maybe earlier. I have great feeling about him. Killing them softly. I do have a great feeling about 13. I really want to see number 13 get out there, play with some live competition. I want to see how he react. I want to know, can he go through the entire you know that this is the thing. This is the hitting flavor. When we talk about the quote unquote rookie wide receiver play. They come from this college football and they're not used to playing 16 weeks or 17 weeks. We get one by. So 16 weeks, they're not used to the grind. And that's with any football player coming off college. So I always give them at least to like week 6, week 7, week 8, and then we wait to see what we can really call what that player is going to do. Now there are some exceptions, to the rule. We saw what Odell Beckham, what he did his first rookie year, all off season he didn't play at all. He had a hamstring injury, and then all of a sudden, like week 3, week 4, week 5, it's like, hey, look at this guy with the weird hair, catching everything that's thrown to him. I think it was his rookie year he did the catch on Brandon Carr. Everybody that really exploded him or explode on the national media scene. So I know for sure, what I know, that kid Michael Gallup, he's gonna catch at least one or two crazy passes like that this year. I can guarantee you that. You can book it. Shout out to Rap. You can really book that because this guy have those weird. He's just like magnets, and the football is the like magnets on his hand, and the football is the metal, and he just catch that ball. That's what he does. That's what he have the ability to do. He said, "Shout out to Law Nation. I like that hat. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And property of the Cowboys, man. Not mine. Property of the Cowboys." You think Gallup going to have a good year? I'm excited for him. This is Luke. Yes, yes. OBJ equals weirdo. This is from Ty Tice. Yeah, Michael Gallup a little weird too. I heard him talk. You got to put a little bass in his voice, but hopefully that's just the way he talk. But I'm ready for him to look nice on the field. I know he's not gonna do. I don't know if he does a lot of trash talking, but we'll see. We will see, especially when we play against the Jacksonville Jaguar. 'Cause we're gonna be looking for Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, we all know he wanted to play for the Cowboys, and we passed him up and got Ezekiel Elliott. So I can't wait to see the Ezekiel Elliott versus Jalen Ramsey run. That time because Jalen Ramsey get into the face and he would talk a lot of stuff. So I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that. Who else we got? David Holden. What's going on, man? Shout out to you. Mr. RB Law. One love, homeboy. I need that hat when you get done with it. 100. Yeah. Yeah, man. Man, you can have the hat, man. You can have it, man. Whenever I see you, if I got the hat on, I'll give it to you. Let's make that a deal then, okay? But we gotta go live though. We gotta go live, me giving you the hat. Yeah, so whenever we go live and I see you face to face, I give you the hat. That's how much I love the Cowboys. And you know what I mean? I might put Law Nation in the inside of the hat, but we're gonna still keep Cowboys at the top. You know how they go. Yahoo has the Dallas defense ranked as one of the worst right now. Laughing out loud. Yeah, I loved it. They need to. They need clickbaits. Yahoo did that as a clickbait. It's kind of like me saying that I can walk, that I've been out in space and I can walk on water, and the world is flat. You know, it's clickbait, guys. That's what Yahoo is doing to get people to click on those links. Because there's no way that you can put this defense at the bottom. You can't just drop off that much. Who did we lose? We lost what? Orlando Scandrick. We lost Hicks. This defense is better in my eyes by anything. Jalen Ramsey is a shutdown corner. I agree. 1000%. Jalen Ramsey is a shutdown corner. And a corner that's not afraid to talk noise. He talks smack to Tom Brady, although they lost. He talks smack to Ben Roethlisberger. He talks smack to his own quarterback. He talks smack to the, AJ Green. I think they got into fisticuffs. So it's gonna be. We're gonna have our hands full of that game, guys. We're gonna have our hands full. We're gonna be best trash talker ever. Fred Smoot, who played for the cornerback for the Redskins. Yeah, Mississippi State. Fred Smoot, man. Shout out to Smoot, man. He was bad corner too as well. Shout out to him. How's versus Cruzon 26? How is Odell Beckham Jr. a future pedo? That's some evil stuff, man. I don't put that on any man. This is Cruzon 26. Yeah, I didn't say it, man. Or somebody else said it, but shout out to you, Cruzon, man. 26. I can't wait to week 2 for us to play those Giants, and I can't wait to see Odell Beckham against Cheeto Bay Woozier. Or they gonna put him inside against Jordan Lewis. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Yeah, Smooth did a Lombardo leap when he did the 2 picks 6 in the game against Favre. Laugh out loud. Yeah, yeah. Cheeto Bay, Woozier. Y'all talking about Fred Smooth? Yeah. Can't wait. I love competition. I want us to be playing at full force. I want the opposition to be playing at full force. So I won't say Con Barkley. I want to play against Will Hernandez. I want to play against the Sterling Shepard kid that played for the Giants. I want competition. I don't want the leftovers. That's what I want. That's why I want Roger Goodell to get the mess out of the way because he messing up football. Hey, I suspend this guy, suspend that guy. If all he had to do is just go by what the court say, go by what the letter of the law says, and I like that name, the letter of the law. Go by what they're saying. So, and then all he had to do as far as the PC aspect of it, hey, I know this is a horrible situation, but however, Ray Rice, when he got into the altercation with his lady, there was no charges pressed, but although it's a bad sight, you guys reflect on Ray Rice. With the Randy, who's it, Greg Hardy situation, all he had to do was say, hey, according to the courts, it just seems like it's a horrible situation, but the lateral law, we're gonna let the law take precedence of this. We're gonna let the law handle all of this. You see what I'm saying? And all this stuff could have been swept under the rug, but now you got people doing this, and now you got people doing that. And just like even with the players, I know people don't like this, taking the knee and all this stuff. Hey, when they came out with the ruling, when they found out that the NFL was taking money for the have everybody to stand up and everything, all they had to do is say, okay, guys, you guys cowards. We thought that we was trying to revamp the organization. Yes, we took money from the military so that they can have this moment coming around the game. But what we're going to do is get everything focused back on the game. And we're going to leave political thoughts out of the game. And we're going to go back to 2009 where all our players run out of the tunnel. You see what I'm saying? That's all they had to do. Just be an upright, upfront guy. And all this political stuff about Colin Kaepernick trying to do this for the police. He wearing socks with pigs on it. All that stuff could have been swept under the rug. He would have looked like a fool. Somebody, whoever, Eric Reeds of the world, they look like a fool. They look like a smart, brilliant guy. all this stuff would have been swept under the rug if all they had to do is just man up, grow some cojones, and say, okay, this is what we doing. This is the National Football League. We support your opinion. We reflect your thoughts. Here we go. We got a week of appreciation, a token of appreciation for what you believe in on this topic. Or we have a segment of media day where you can speak on what you're passionate about, things like that. It would have been done. All we've been worried about is just watching football, But nah, we're gonna bring in this suspension. We're gonna have this guy suspended for 1 game for punching out his woman, and then we're gonna suspend this guy for 5 games. Put this guy on the exemplar list, for whooping his child. All this stuff. We just want to see football. Rico Gathers will make the 53-man roster. This is from top 5 debaters. Rico Gathers looking good out there. I'm seeing his highlight. Shout out to my guy Italian Cowboy for showing me those clips. Rico Gathers running the routes, catching the ball with his hands, getting separation, learning what the blocking assignment does. Pretty cool, man. I like that. How do you make highlights? This is from Lil T. I got this thing called Camtasia Studio 9, and I get clips. I got the NFL Game Pass. And that's why I always say, man, thank you guys for making the donation and help grow the nation. Because the NFL Game Pass is about $119. Camtasia is about $249 for the software. The next step is for me to get like one of those top tier programs. And I'm talking about outright licensing, not trying to bootleg it. Because sometimes when you bootleg those packages like the Adobe Premiere, the Camtasia, stuff like that, it is attached with like one of those Trojan viruses, and it'll snap up everything. Matter of fact, let you guys know, this is like my 3rd computer, because originally my first computer got ate up because of the hard drive and crashed. Every time you guys were watching that condensed game, those condensed games was like 25 gigs. Every game I was recording, 25 gigs. And even if I try to delete it, it's something about the stuff still stays on the computer. And blew up that hard drive. You got to go through trial and error. So this is like my 3rd computer. It's holding up. I'm not on some wood. And I got a solid state drive, 2 terabytes of data, and also I have an external hard drive. All that stuff is from you guys donating, helping the nation out, helping me grow, taking that money, whatever I make off my YouTube videos, and put back towards the product. That's what it takes. Putting back towards the product to help better your craft, help better everything. Earl Thomas, hashtag 29. Earl, what's up, man? Shout out to you that's in the chat box, man. My Cowboys family, man. Shout out and salute to you, man. Your channel is growing. I love to see that. Cowboy Nation all day. Kelvin Melton. I'll say it again. Let me see, let me read it down, because you're making a statement, a proclamation. I love this. Kelvin Melton, and my eyes are getting dry right now, so I can't really see as much. Let me do this. Rub that. Hate contacts, man. I had to get that one of those LASIK surgeries. He says, Kelvin Melton, I'll say it again so all can see. I hope he blows out his knee early in camp so I don't have to watch this shit show I watched last year. There you like that better. I don't know. Repeat what you're saying, Kelvin. I couldn't even read it all. You said you will say this again. I hope he blows out his knee early in camp so you don't have to watch this shit show I watched last year. Oh, let me see. Say it again, man. Put it down, man. Help me out, man. I'm reading Ebonics today, man. Talk to me, Kelvin Milton. Put it down. Re-put what you're talking about. Give me the backdrop of the story about talking about what you're talking about. Say it again. Incognito at Laws Nation. Kelvin Milton wants Dak to blow out his knee. Oh, it's coming to me now. God damn, Kelvin. Man. I wouldn't even wish that on Carson Wentz right now. Wentz, right? He said his man's last name. Look, I want to play against the best. And you saying, I don't know if you're a Cowboys fan, but you want Dak Prescott to blow out his knee so we can go 4-12, so we can go 3-13, or what are you trying to say? Because if Matt Castle, Brandon Wheaton, um, the other guy, Kellen Moore, and who else we had out there that we could just sprinkle back, even McGee guy, all these backup guys, John Kitna, uh, guys help me out. Who else we had? Tony Banks, all of the baseball guys. All these guys couldn't do it, but all of a sudden, we expecting a Cooper Rush, Mike White to be as equal to what Dak Prescott did. I don't know, man. Just help me out, man. I need some help. People, put that in the chat box, man. Help me out. How can Dak being injured all of a sudden change the face of the organization? Because we knew for a long time that, yeah, when we finally got Tony Romo out there, it was wonderful. But it took us forever and a day to see what the quarterback can do behind, Tony Romo. And we know for sure that I think it was 2010, 2011, Tony Romo still went down or something like that. And they brought in the guy that used to play for the Bears or used to play for the Denver Broncos. I forgot his name. And he stunk up the joint. But he wore number 18. But a lot of people was thinking like, okay, this guy could be better than Tony Romo at that time. So it goes to show you, man, that be careful what you wish for. I think Nietzsche said, don't spoil the things that you have by desiring the things that you don't have. Because at one point, the thing that you do have was something that you wish for. That is from Nietzsche. Nietzsche said that, and on top of that, Dak Prescott, I do understand, but 9-7 is not easy to come by. Although we didn't make it to the playoffs. But there was a team once before, Cruzon 26. I think that's your last number on there. Cruzon can tell you that they went 9-7 and they ultimately won the Super Bowl. They knocked out the 13-3 Cowboys. And it's all about getting to the playoff, making that big dance. But I feel you, Kelvin. Was it Kelvin Milton? Man, if I ever see you in real life, man, I'd love to buy you some beer, man, and we sit down and talk about this. Your hatred for Dak Prescott, because real talk, it wasn't that bad. I do know that somebody can go back and look at the 6 games without 120 some yards, what have you, whatever it may have been. It, it, it's crazy, man, because those games, of course, you can look at it, but there was other things too as well that caused the Cowboys to go south, man. If you look at it, like I said before, Roger Goodell, yeah. Cruzon 26, yeah, 26. I remember 26. Got Cruzon. Tell me why you got 26 at the end of your name, man. Cruzon. The reason why I like that name, because that was the first rum I ever drunk in my life. Was Cruzon or Cruzan. It was some good rum, a sweet rum. It was the first rum I ever had. But tell me why you got 26 at the end of your name. But it's something remarkable about this, man. So we really want to figure out why you don't like Kelvin Milton, why you don't like Dak Prescott. Just let me know in the comment section, or once the video is completely posted, and we can get back at this, okay? But JR214, Dak, yeah. Hold on, he's still talking stuff. This is from Lord Crispy. FTW, man, what's good, man? What's good, Law? Yeah, everything good. Buck, everything good, man. Shout out to you, man. Pedro Melendez. Dak stole his girlfriend. Yeah, man, it could be the case in the scenario. Dak Prescott is like one of those smooth operating brothers, they can go out there and steal people, ladies and stuff, you know. Cruzon always be on Mark's channel and be trolling. This is from Dallas Cowboys locker room huddle. Man, that's a long name. Long name, man. I love that name. Dallas Cowboys locker room huddle. We're going to huddle up in the locker room. We're going to talk about the Cowboys. Yes. Ties, man. Kevin can eat a... Oh man, y'all crucifying the man. You know, sometimes we got to help a brother out, man. Got to help him out. Yeah, he needs some help. He needs some leadership counseling. I'm gonna put him in part of the camp. I'm gonna put a placeholder on Kelvin Milton. And every game we win, I'm just like, Kelvin, where you at, brother? Come call in to the show. Kelvin, Kelvin. Everybody remember Kelvin Milton. And I know you ain't gonna run and hide, Kelvin, because I see that you're a stand-up right citizen. Just like my guy Cruzon 26. He's always in the mix. He's not gonna go run and hide. He don't throw rocks and hide. He loves jumping in, and he's in here and he talk, man, mano a mano, man to man. That's what I love about Cruzon 26, man. He's not running away. He's not running and hiding. That's what I like. Laugh out loud. Yes, Cruzon rum is made from the islands when I was born. People from St. Croix, I think that's how you say it, Croix. I might be murdering the name. Virginia Islands is called the Cruzons. Okay, that's where you from. See, now I'm learning you, man. Now I know you a little bit better. 26 is because my birthday falls on February the 26th. So that puts you as a Pisces, right? Now I'm understanding who you are. You know, see, I'm born on February the 2nd, you know, the month of love. You know, that's why I always have the smooth, soft spoken voice because I'm born on the month of love. February 26th is cool, but February the 2nd is everything. Aquarius, the water, the God that brings the water pitcher, the Aquarius. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. What's up, Hulk Rage Cowboy, man? That's what I'm talking about. Smash. This is what I got on my chest. Smash. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. What's up, Law? First time I've been here. This is from Can't Catch 'em. Can't catch him. Can't catch him. Can't catch him, boy. You must be fast. Boy, that boy fast. This is an impromptu show, so this is not me with a full show. Can't catch him. Although you don't hear live now, but normally I have the backdrop, I have the lighting, and I'm talking. And remember, you're listening to all this and that. You know, I'm getting into it. You know, but I'm just flow. I'm trying to wait for my wife to get finished because we're supposed to be hitting these streets. We got to let the sound calm down a little bit. Cruzon is a New York Giants fan, but he's cool. This is my Cowboys family. Yes. Hey man, who that Maxwell? February the 3rd right here. That's what I'm talking about. Them February babies. February babies, baby. Yeah, yeah. Law, what's up with the safety? This is from Bart. Riddix. The safety play. We need depths, regardless how you look at it. I know I talked about Eric Reed earlier. He'll make a good acquisition for us. I think he's still out there. Trey Boston. Those guys will make a nice pickup for us. Better than anybody that was in the supplemental draft, I can tell you that. And if we get Earl Thomas, man, I'll just take the hat off and just go crazy, man. It's possible, man. It's possible. Remember 6 and 10. 6 and 10. Remember that, Kelvin Milton. That's what you're predicting this year? My God. Man, you hate the Cowboys. You gotta hate the Cowboys affair. Law Nation, a beast. First time, you know. Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Thank you, man, for tuning in to the nation as we try to rock this thing. Yes, indeed, man. That's what I'm talking about. Dad birthday is February the 4th. Yeah, the February birthdays, man. Your dad is Aquarius too as well, so you know how his personality is kind of similar to mine. It's cool, calm, and collected, I guess. I bet you that. Incognito, Hawk Rage Cowboys, your favorite meltdown is in the room. Oh man, Melton, man, they crucifying you, bro. You need to get it up. You need to get your YouTube game, man. You need to get you on YouTube. Can't wait to see your YouTube page, man. What is it? Corona. What's up, Law and my Cowboys family? I know it been. Let me see. Let me do this before I run. I'm gonna try to do this for those who got good internet. I'm going to put this out here. Don't be scared. I don't want y'all to be scared. But if you can't click on this link, All you got to do is copy it, put it into like the box up top, and go to it that way. So click on that link, and you can be live on the show too as well. All I ask is for you to be respectful and don't get me angry because I can get real mad. But you can click on that link and you can join and be on the same conversation that we on right now, and you'll be live on the show. So I just posted in the link in the description box or what have you, and you can be live on the show. Put my headphone sets on, so when you jump in, I can be able to hear you. I ask for you to do one thing too as well. If you guys are willing to jump in, is to just mute the channel. There we go. Who we got?
What's up? What's up?
My
Check,
Cowboys
check.
family. What's going on? Can you hear me?
Hello, Justin.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up,
Yes.
all?
Man, you live on the nation, man. What's going on with you, man? Talk to me.
Much love, man. We've been on here way back a year ago, man, and we had the discussion right about the same time for the first time calling your show, man.
Wow.
Year later, both here still. It's all
Right.
good, man. No, listen. I'm just here to listen to what you're saying and just joining in with you, man. I appreciate you letting me sneak in here, and all the rest of the fans in the chat. They're always awesome, man. And much love to the whole, I got to just shout out the MCF crew out there, man. Much love to them, and we appreciate just everybody's helping us. You helping us too, Law. Just getting the word out there. And look, it's about Cowboy Nation.
All
We have,
day.
we have so many different viewpoints, perspectives, all of us, and nobody's wrong. Well, maybe some predictions were wrong there about Dak blowing his knee out. That's just like sacrilege. But the thing is that I respect every true Cowboy fan out there, and everybody out there doing the YouTube, busting their butts, doing their stuff.
It's not
Love
easy.
the star, man. That's what it's about.
This is what it's all about, man. So give me your instant thoughts of this offseason. What are you looking for? Who do you want to see just like blow up and just do some crazy stuff? Who you think gonna be a hard cut?
Man, a hard cut, man. Great question. We did this in our roundtable last week, but I think that, man, look, I think Deontay Thompson is my dark horse. Make this team. That speed, he's the fastest guy in their team, 3.71. I think that's his 40. I'm sorry, 4.31 is his 40. He's faster than Tavon. I think he's the dark horse. No one's really talking about him. So look for him to be able to stretch that field, and he can block as well. I think he's 6'1" almost. So he's good. Michael Gallop, I did a lot on him yesterday. This guy is going to be fantastic. I want to try to. I don't want to go too crazy, but I want to kind of be a little more reserved on him. See what he does, being a rookie. Entering by mid-season. Look for him to be number one eventually. But as far as making the team and being cut, I'm afraid of. I just don't want to see Rico gone. Rico, I think, and this is my question I asked. I'm going to ask you, Law. If Rico produces like he did in the passing game like he did in the preseason last year, the first two games in preseason, and he can do that against second stringers / first stringers, but he still can't block. He still needs to develop into that. Maybe next year, the year after, he'll get into a point where he could at least be an average blocker. Most people say we should cut him. Brian Brodus, David Hellman. I say keep him. He's another dimension, a red zone weapon. What do you think?
Hey, it gonna speak of what he can do with special team. It's gonna speak for how much he's really picking up this offense. And of course, those assignments when they do the homework, they do the little test, and then they try to figure out, okay, can this guy block in certain key situations, or he's able to pick up this particular play. That will make him make the team. And then, of course, to me, I think that Rico Gathers is one of those guys that's a gamer. He may not practice well. We heard that about Dak Prescott. He wasn't a good practice guy, right? But when it's time for him to play, I think he can ball. Hopefully we'll see that translate out there on the field.
Yeah, I actually agree with you 100%. I think he can bring a new dimension to this team. I don't think you have to have a superb blocking tight end when you have three other ones that are more specialized for that, I would say, especially someone like a Dalton Schultz, who is an inline blocker. I think he's the inline, going to be an inline kind of type guy. Jeff Swaim could kind of do both. Blake Jarwin could be that Rico-like guy if Rico don't produce as being that red zone. Fiance wants to drop.
No, I just want to say one thing. Do we think he's going to get more yards after the catch than Jason Witten did in these last
Hell yeah.
seasons? And that's where I think he can help our tight end position.
Yeah.
Maybe his blocking isn't quite there yet, but you're telling me he's going to get more yards. You're telling me, I mean, just give him the ball then.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has the size, the box out players, uses basketball skills. We saw it last year, and I know against a lesser. But think about a 6 foot. People say 6'6" to 6'8". Say 6'7", make everybody happy. But 6'7", jumping up, getting that ball. I don't care. How many safeties and corners can go back there and cover him? When it's a jump ball in the end zone, Law. I mean, to me, it's just too much. And then some people say split them out. They were thinking of doing that with Blake Jarwin and put him as a kind of the receiving kind of tight end. Why not use Rico for that? I know the whole blocking, like you said, he has to get some blocking down. He's got to get some of it down. I think it could be, minimal at least. But even if people know that he's the receiving tight end, think about how much that's going to draw off coverage from Cole Beasley, from Zeke, even from Dak running the ball. I mean, there's going to be people that want to watch Rico.
It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch made in heaven for us. If you get a 6'7", 6'8" guy who can run the vertical seam route like no other, of course you can line up anybody who can get more yaks than Jason Witten. Jason Witten was just cerebral, knowing of the ball, knowing of the game. But yeah, Jason Witten. I kind of put this out there. He's kind of like I don't know if you guys play basketball against an older guy, seasoned guy out there on the court. He knows the angle. He can't dunk, but he just knows how to position himself. And you see him like, man, I can't beat my uncle for some reason because he had the size and the physical traits. That's what Jason Witten was. He found those small spots in the zone. He was cerebral. He knew the playbook like the back of his hand. So now we enter Drake and Rico gathers into this mix. What I'm saying, what Rico can do, of course, we all seen the physical traits that he possessed. Of course, mentally it plays a major role. But my only reservation would be is that if teams can count, if they already know that when he's out there on the field and they say, oh, pass, and they already know that it's going to be a pass, they tip their hand, that they show what they're going to do, then that could be a problem. But outside of that, if Rico can get on this team via special team, if Rico can get on this team via just making plays out there and be that red zone threat and show up and show out during the preseason, man, we got an Antonio Gates 2.0.
I agree 100%. And that's the thing, you realize that Cowboys started with him at the fourth tight end. He's playing special teams. There's a reason, like you said, he's got to make that special teams. He's got to be able to get and contribute so he can be used. And I think they might bring him in when we get to the red zone. We don't care if they know we're going to pass in a way. Sometimes we care, but what I'm trying to say is, all right, so they think we're going to pass. Then you run to Zeke,
right?
You go to Tamon at the backfield and they're sleeping. You do a receiver screen to Gallop. I just think that we have a lot of options with Rico on that field, opening things up. And I jumped to the defense. You were asking about who you think is in a bubble cut. I mean, this is a really tough. I personally do not have enough faith in Jeff Heath and Crawford yet. I still need more from both those guys, especially Crawford's money situation. But all right, I could see him being the starter. I know that he's lost the weight. He's going to be the starter. A rotational $9 million right end is what we got. But
how much do we save if we cut Crawford? I thought we saved some money. Do we?
About $6 million. But again, we're like a 14 million or 12 million, under the cap right now. So it's not a money situation. Plus the T-Will, you never know what's going to come from that yet. The suspension and there's no real dead money if he's suspended. If we cut him, plus he's holding back other talent like Noah Brown.
Why do you still have all that money in the first place?
Noah Brown and Lance Lenore, Cedric Will. These guys, Deontay Thompson. These guys are the guys that are going to be losing reps. Because we got T-Will out there, not really. He's already reached his ceiling, I believe. And I know he's got the blocking, but I mentioned Noah Brown. He's just as good as a blocker. If I heard, he takes real pride in blocking. Deontay Thompson's a good blocker. So we have guys out there that can still do that. We got 3 tight ends that can block. We got Olawale, who can basically a fullback, but really a tight end in a way. So we got a lot of talent on the offense. A lot of what the Cowboys love is that those versatility pieces, and on defense as well. But I'm trying to think on defense, who's to be the guy missing the team? I would not be highly surprised if someone like Damian Wilson. Now, I think he'll make it. Justin March Lillard has been making a run at him. Look for him to be able to be that fourth guy. Joe Thomas is on the team at linebacker. I'm trying to go through other guys in my mind. But I think Tapper, I think he's gone. I think, I mean, Earl Thomas is a whole different discussion. But, I mean, the only way I really would say I would be fully on board with the Earl Thomas thing. I like Earl Thomas is a special player, but we got, 3-4 years at most out of him. So, left. So I don't want to lose Xavier Woods' future potential. I'd rather, if there a way you think we can move him over to strong safety, if we get Earl Thomas?
Think about this. How old was T.O. when we got him?
Pretty old.
He
He's
was
already gone.
pretty old. He's older than what Earl Thomas is right now. And I know there's a different side of the ball. And I want to know how old. I don't know if you guys in the how about to say stat box, but in the
Technology gone
chat box.
live.
Yeah, Bart, man, I'm gonna be right with you, man. Just mute your mic for right quick. Thank you for joining in too, man. Really, thank you, man. But I want to know how old Rod, what's his name was, Charles Woodson was when he went to Green Bay. You guys put that in the chat box. But let my guy talk, man. Bart, man, what's up, man? Gotta have some good internet, man. You jumping on the nation, bruh. Say something.
For sure.
Yeah, what's up, man? Talk to us.
How everybody going on, man? I just want to know about the how we gonna be looking on the defense, man. How you think our pieces gonna be?
Hey, man, when you see that bow tie on and you see a suit and you think everything is just crisp and sharp, that's what our defense is going to be. It's going to be live like 95. There's no need to fear about this defense. I do know that somebody said that Yahoo Sports had us on the bottom half of this defense. Don't worry about that. You still have Rob Marinelli. I don't think in the lifespan of Rob Marinelli, he ever been on the back bottom end of the defense as collectively. I think that we're going to be anywhere in the range of 10 plus. I think that we're going to be beyond the numbers that we were last year, especially coming off of third down.
For sure. I'm hoping so, man.
Your internet, bruh, your internet, bruh. But I feel you, man. Give one more point out before I
For
get
the
my.
season.
Boy, you sounded like T-Pain, bruh. I'm gonna have to end you, fam. But thank you for joining in, bruh.
It happens, man. What are you gonna do? It's
Yeah,
all good,
yeah,
man. It's all
yeah,
cowboy love out there. No
yeah,
cowboy
yeah.
nation.
Yeah, man, but appreciate Bart, man, for jumping in. I think that's your name, Bart. I never seen you in the chat box, but thank you for joining in to the nation. Didn't mean to drop the people's elbow down on you, but your internet, man, it was sounding like you was T-Pain for a second. I think people in the chat box were thinking that you gonna buy them a drink or something. But but go ahead, my Cowboys fan. What else you got?
Oh man, I just like the conversation. You always speak, realness here, and the whole crew back there. Your Space Cowboy, you know the whole gang. I think you got Space Cowboy on here, Dallas Cowboy Football News, the whole group. We really discuss a lot of different things. It's the off season of the off season right now, but we're at the finish line right here, and I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's that time,
it's
and
that
I'm telling you,
time, man.
I love. You know what I love the most right now out of everything so
What's
far? Think
that?
about last year and this year. Look. Other than David Irving, the day after we broke camp. No issues. Everybody's been leaders. Everyone's been involved. Everyone's Zeke, Dak. Everybody's out there, giving the right answers in interviews, being leaders, practicing on their off time. They were right here, an hour from us in Orlando here, the whole gang, Dak and half the receiving core out there practicing, getting in line with each other, getting in tune with each other, adjusting. When training camp comes, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about all parts of this team. I think this is a new, frontier for this team. 4 years ago, 2014, we lost everybody. All our leaders are gone. We discussed that yesterday. All our stat leaders on offense and defense are pretty much gone from 2014. It's a new era right now, but we already had the highs and lows for this young team. Think about this young team, and I'm talking about the core of the guys here. Let's say 2 years, Dak and Zeke, and now entering our third year. This team has been through the top, with 13-3. They've seen it. They've seen the horrors of last year. And just a very difficult season, things hanging over their heads, no depth at the offensive line, a lot of issues throughout the whole year. And we still were 9-7. And I will always call it 8-8 because I don't count that last game. So
Right.
I say we're average. Sorry, Jason Garrett. But that's the thing. In the end, I think that this team is primed to really do something special with this very young team. And the way we're managing our money right now, even if we got Earl Thomas on this team, I know people that go crazy about that, but the 10% rise on the salary cap every year, he can fit into this. I just don't. My thing is, I don't want to take away the abilities for Xavier Woods and those young guys. I don't want to, same thing as in T. Will on offense. I don't want him taking away these reps. So I don't want Xavier Woods to suffer in this. I'd rather have Heath and Kevon Frazier fight out for the backup / special teams guy and let Xavier Woods play, let's say, strong safety, if that's a possibility for him. I'm not sure. I know his size is not there. I mean, he's supposedly a Richard type sideline to sideline free safety. So The fact that we have Rashard and Xavier Woods is why we're able to hesitate, be in controlling the situation with Earl Thomas. We really are in the control, are in the driver's seat in this situation, negotiations and everything. We have nothing to worry about as of right now when it comes to Rashard is making us be able to be patient. So I'm not. I look for this defense to be, top. I said top 10, but I think top 5, and then
Yes,
it
yes.
could even be better than that. I just we got to see how it develops. So we got a leader at tank in the front. We got a leader with Sean Lee in the linebacker core. And if we were to get an Earl Thomas, well, then you'd have a leader in all 3 levels of our defense.
No doubt. We got somebody else joining. Before you say anything, shout out to Dallas fan for making a donation to help grow the nation. He said, how many wins do we have to have by week? Well, how much do we win by in week 1? So I'm gonna let you pick this up. Carlos, what's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up, Law? Always been a fan of you. Shout out.
Shout out to you, man. Man,
Hey,
salute to you, bro, for
hey,
having a good
sorry if I had a
internet
San
too.
Francisco hat on. It's from my uncle. It's a gift from my uncle, but I rep Cowboys.
Yes, indeed, man. That's why we Cowboys Nation, man. We everywhere in the world, man. I seen some people that was in New Mexico and UK and all that good stuff, Canada. So, how much you think we will win by on week 1?
Shoot. Well, the only thing I'm worried about is Barkley. If as long as we can contain the run on him, we'll be fine. But other than that, Eli's trash. He can't throw. I already know that for a fact. So I ain't worried about that. I know Dak's got on the advantage on that. But my question is to you, Law Nation, is I understand Cowboy fans are a little bit impatient. It's been almost 2 decades since we've been to the Super Bowl. I understand we want to be there. We got to get to the top.
Hmm.
However, what do you think is a missing piece? Is it coaching, or is it just 2 players that we're missing to get there?
Well, I'm not a big fan of Jason Garrett at this time. I hope that Jason Garrett can find out a way and figure this thing out one way or another to just make second half adjustments. Now, if he's not making these adjustments, then we have found ourselves in the same situation over and over again. And you know what scares the hell out of me? You guys want to know what scares the hell out of me, right? Anybody want to know?
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm
Hell
ready.
yeah.
Yeah, this is what scares me. We make it to the Super Bowl and those 2 weeks off. That scares me. I don't know about you guys. That scares me.
I remember that with Romo. I remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I agree with the coaching is the main issue on this team, and it goes with Lenahan and Garrett, in my opinion. Let me call him Carrot because that's what we just can't get. He's Jason Carrot. To me, uh, you have to have somebody ready to replace him, and that's one of the things. That if you do let him go, what do? Is Chris Richard that guy?
We still don't know about him
Exactly.
as far as head coaching. I don't know.
Exactly. We just got to go to defensive coordinator first with him and then go from there. So there's definitely a process. So again, and as far as key pieces, I mean, if you look at the offense, the way it's being built, we got everything except for tight end is the biggest, we still the biggest question mark. I think the receivers fitting the scheme that Scott Linehan is trying to put together. I hope it works. I don't have much confidence in him, but I think Dak and his style, I think that's where we are kind of setting ourselves up for something really good here with Zeke being the focal point and Dak being able to use his legs to up his QBR. You know what I'm saying? To get out of the pocket and get the linebackers to come up on him and he can find the open receivers as they create separation. We've got quick, fast receivers now. So I'm not too worried about that. I think it's going to take a little time and training. Gotta get meshed in there and gotta really flow. But defense I'm a little more nervous about. But I think that because of the inexperience, I guess in some places. But what we saw last year towards the end of that season, it's a good sign. I'm looking forward to it, man.
No
Yes.
doubt.
One last thing before I get out of here. If we do make it to the playoffs, I know it's 6 or 7 teams we got to face. Who are you scared of the most? Which team? My worst fear is facing the Rams or the Falcons, a high-powered offense where the defense always has to play catch-up, or we're gonna have to catch from behind.
Um, like I said, I want us to get into the playoff. I don't want us to have that bye week. I really want us to get into the playoff via wild card somehow. And the only team that I'm worried about, if like you said, you good, right to have those reservations. But if we play Green Bay and we play against Aaron Rodgers, I think that we have a curse against Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bays of the world. Hey, but we shouldn't be in fear. I think by that time, if everything goes according to what I'm thinking, this defense will be able to shut down those teams and having them playing against the Heels. So I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
hey,
to
all the
Kent
losses
Ketchum.
were, yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead.
all the losses we ever had were like by, how is it? Just unlucky breaks by the Des on fumble, by
Hmm.
the Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary to, who's that tight end that caught it on the sideline?
Cook, Cook.
Cook.
Cook,
Yeah,
yeah.
the tight end to Cook. Byron Jones is right there. As if my mentality is, if we can put the defense to hit hard first defense, don't let them give 1 yard, and let the offense do their job, we should be fine. That's my mentality of how the season should be. But like you said, my worry is Jason Garrett, for him always clapping with mistakes. I hate that. The worst thing I hate is clapping for mistakes. You're encouraging it's okay, which in reality we're sinking already.
Yeah, I believe
I
you. I
agree with
believe
you.
you. I agree.
So that's all. So thank you, Law. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm a huge fan, and I'm gonna buy some merch for sure.
Yeah, Carlos, man, appreciate you, man. So thank you for joining into the nation. Thank you for joining into the show. How long you been following the channel, man?
Man, I've been on. Man, let's see. I was there since 200,000 subscribers, or
Oh,
maybe less.
200,000, man. You speaking into the future, man. If I get there, I don't know. I mean, I guess you meant 2,000 subscribers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, but no. I'm gonna get there one day, man. 200,000 subscribers. We're gonna be live in the flesh, man. Maybe this year. You just never know, right?
Hey, you'll get it. For
Yes,
sure.
indeed, man. Appreciate you, man.
No
Supporting,
problem.
man.
Peace out.
Salute. Look at that, man. Look at that. Man, this is an impromptu show. I love this, man. The nation speaking.
I didn't mean to stay in too long, man. If you need me jumping out, that's all good. I don't want to take up.
Nah, man, you can stay as long as you want, man. Prop up a chair, grab you a beer, and we can sit back and just talk Cowboys, man.
Yeah, done and done. All right, we're good.
Done and done. Yes, indeed. Matter of fact, I got a split for right quick. So just go ahead and talk on some topics right quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check on the wife right quick.
Ah, man, I'll hold it down for a
Hold it
couple.
down for me just for a few seconds. I'll be
I know, just a
right
couple seconds. So what's up, Law Nation representing, baby? MCF, Law Nation together. Well, so guys, I'm looking at the chat right now, and the way I see a lot of things, I think the defense with Chris Richard. All right, guys, and I have a lot of confidence in Chris Richard. He's the one I trust in. Is Chris Richard? Chris Richard is going to. There's a kick step move the Cowboys are using on the defensive backfield. All right, he's teaching these guys how to play press man coverage, knocking guys out of their routes. You guys are talking about defense. I know Carlos just spoke about defense. Defense. That's exactly what that's the key. What I'm hearing right now in camp is that they have the players have not been able to match Richard's scheme yet. Yet. That's why we got training camp. And once we get to training camp, preseason games, we're going to see what's the real deal here. So I'm hopeful it's going to work out. Not there yet, but I'm hopeful. And when it does work out, this press man coverage is going to help our linebackers with, like, for Jalen Smith, blitzing in once in a while. You're going to see some pressure. You're going to see good coverage by LVE. That's one of his things. He can also cover the field. So you got Sean Lee, of course, leading the linebacker pack. But I'm looking at that front defensive line, and whoever's up there, starting with Tank. Once we got that rotation going, Marinelli leads that side of the defense. I think that's a key because remember, Chris Richard's our a passing game coordinator on defense. He's stopping the passing game. That's his specialty. Being a defensive backs coach, like Effer was the linebacker coach last year, he's taken over that spot, that role on defense, which is basically second in command. With his new style of playing this really aggressive defense on our coverage side, with our defensive backs, and I think that defensive pressure in the front with our front four is the key to cause turnovers and to
What's
make
up,
sure
man?
we can knock players out of their routes with Richard's type of kickback defensive style, press man, whatever. And that front line got to put that pressure on the quarterback. You're going to see mistakes, overthrows, turnovers, sacks, intentional groundings, and interceptions. That's what we need. Back to you, Law.
Yes, indeed. So I think you guys were talking about my guy. Hold on. Had to get it right. So you guys were talking about Chris Richard's defense, right? His system.
Yeah, because Carlos was saying, and the little worries I have. What I'm hearing is that the Cowboys, from the OTAs and the mandatory mini camp, that the defensive backs, all of them have not really fit 100%. They're not really there yet with Richard's scheme. But this is a kick. I think it's called kickback, or where they're playing. It's a certain way you open up when you're covering as a defensive back, corner, as a cornerback, and they playing right up at them. So they jam them, and then they're able to get them out of their route. So they're not only looking about, I have to get to that point, but how am I going to get to that point? When you're getting bounced around by an aggressive big cornerback like a Byron Jones. So that is the first step in how it makes it easier to go after the quarterback with our defensive front, with a blitz by Jalen Smith here and there, with an Anthony Brown blitz on the corner. Been doing that a lot in the OTAs and mini camps. I'm looking forward to that. And those little schemes start to work and click. If it happens in training camp, that's why we got training camp. It's not there yet, but they're going to be there. I don't trust in Jason Garrett. I don't trust in Scott Linehan. I trust Chris Richard as defensive passing game coordinator, a second in command. Right. I trust him. And then Marinelli's running the front line rotation. Those things click. We got ourselves a real shot to make a big deal this year.
Right. It's all about mentality. I do know a lot of people were saying they had their reservations on Chris Richard. And just look at it from a mentality aspect. We played better when we played man press against the opposition last year. We saw what Jordan Lewis did when he played up tight on the line. It wasn't until they played Jordan Lewis out in space when the Aaron Rodgers of the world caught threw that ball and he was able to catch that touchdown to this wide receiver, forgot the name. So if we can have our guys playing up front, and that's why Chris Richard is moving Jordan Lewis to the inside. It's because you're gonna have to have that endurance to play up tight, up close on the line for like 30 or more snaps, and that could wear on you physically. But when you have that mindset, that temperament out there on the field, and I guess when you talk about kickback, I guess that would be like a bell technique when you line up when you up on the opposition like this, and you sitting down, you anchor it in on your stance. Of course, this technique stance right here could get very, very, very tiresome throughout the course of a game. That's why you see most cornerbacks most of the time they fall back. I'm trying to give you guys an illustration, but
you're doing great, man. No, this is actually vital right now for Cowboy Nation.
Yeah, so they mostly fall back and they're less aggressive. Just like Brandon Carr, he was a physical big corner, believe it or not, but they try to utilize him more in the zone. Zone is that you more backpedaling out of your stance and you keeping your eye towards the opposition or the quarterback, and then you jump in and making a play on the ball. So you see with Rob Marinelli's system that they have the two safeties far out, and then they have the cornerbacks playing deep too as well. And what that does is they trying to tell you to bend but don't break. We'll give you the underneath pass, but that do not work on your guys like the Odell Beckhams of the world, the Megatron, those guys that can catch those underneath routes and catch those slant routes and take it to the house. We saw against this game right here. Hey, just bring her in here, boo. Bring her in here. Oh, she in here? Yeah, you can get her to bring her here. We saw where when the I think the Giants 2016, the second game, it was a real tight game, but what opened it up for him was that Odell Beckham catching that slant route.
Broke it all the way.
Broke it all the way. That type of play, it does not happen or occur when you're playing press man coverage. It just don't happen.
Right. And exactly. And that's what I think is going to be you said it yourself right now. It changed halfway through the year, if you recall. And you were right. I love that you broke that down right there with Jordan Lewis standing in that stance. It's a very tight stance. You got to keep it's very stressful on the body for, like you said, the whole entire game. So when you're looking at that makes a big difference in the kind of guy you need there. I love Jordan Lewis. I think he's probably your daughter's back there. I think it is a vital that we get the guys out of their routes. And like you said, Brandon Carr would have been perfect in this kind of situation, this kind of defense,
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, but that his coverage skills is where he lacked. His strength is where he was, is a good thing. So he would have been fit well for this defense, I think. But I agree 100%. Marinelli was a little bit nervous last year. I think after week 8, week 9, week 10, he started being more aggressive, and it helped.
Indeed. Yes.
And Kevon Frazier was in there more often too. And I think that helped.
Yes, indeed, man. That helps all the time, man. When you play that aggressive mindset, that mentality to say, okay, now we're not letting the offense predict, or I guess we're not letting the offense do what they trying to do against us, but we're going to change their mindset and we're going to force them out of packages and plays. You see,
But we want to
yeah,
dictate
we want to. That's what I'm trying
their
to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, hey, listen, Earl
yeah,
Thomas and the
uh
Seattle
huh,
Seahawks dictated what we did on that first and goal on the 2 yard line. He forced Dak's hand, and he knew it, and the coaching staff knew it on their side. They forced
yeah,
him to keep it. They knew it. You know it, right? You've seen the video. I know you break it down, so you know.
yeah.
So I see it, and I get so frustrated because why keep it in Dak's robotic hands? Nothing against Dak. That's what he was taught. He's still second-year guy, fourth-round pick. So, take it out of his hands. Just go full blast, run the ball up the middle, and and get the touchdown. You know what I mean? That's what it
Get the
should take it out of his
touchdown.
hands.
Yes, indeed. So if now we finally, it took us years. The last coach that we had like that, similar, you could throw in Wade Phillips, similar like that as far as blitzing. But neither here nor there. The last coach that we had somebody with that type of moxie, that type of demeanor was Coach Zim.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I wish Coach Zim was like the next in line to be our head coach versus oh man, the
I
Garretts
know.
and the Wades of the world, man. Oh
Yeah.
my God, man.
It was just
Oh,
3-4 and the marshmallow coaching, whatever that whole thing. Oh, man, your daughter's
yes,
beautiful,
indeed.
by the way.
Oh, thank you, thanks.
Much love.
Say hello.
Say go Cowboys.
I wish you can say that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
see,
No,
I got my hands full. We're gonna get ready to get on out of here, man. I
all good,
really
man.
appreciate you, man, for tuning in to the show. Thank those who was able to click the link and join in too as well. I'm thinking about doing this on Saturdays. I'm thinking about doing this type of stuff like when I go live, like the last 3 or 4 minutes, man. Just share the link so people can jump in, give us your thoughts, your opinions, what's on your mind. I'm thinking about doing it like this. So how you think this will roll?
I love it, man. I love it. This is, we were trying to work like that, something like that on our channel too. So I'm definitely, this is definitely a cool thing, a great setup, a good way of interacting with people, the fans and Cowboy Nation, and really, expressing their views, getting the points out there. I like it, man. I love what you're doing, man. I've been watching you since I've been on YouTube here, convinced by my daughter and my fiance to start this thing up. So, we're passionate like you, man. So it's Cowboy Nation forever. I gotta say thank you, man, for having us on the show here, my Cowboys family guys. We're at YouTube, my Cowboys family. We do daily live streams pretty much every day, 600 videos in a year, man. I mean, so we ain't messing
Yes,
around, and
indeed.
neither are you. It's Cowboy Nation forever. So much love. Cannot wait to hear what's next from all these channels, and we'll be on the roundtable tonight doing a live stream with some of the fellas. But much love, Law, and to you and your family and the whole Cowboy Nation. Thank you for having us on here, and as always, go Cowboys, baby.
Yes. Hey, before you run, hey, you still there? You
Yes, sir.
still there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you have a PayPal? Do you have a Patreon? Do you have a Streamlabs? Tell them about that too as well. I love telling people about this because this stuff is not easy. We need the support. We need people to support
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. My fiance, she kind of runs that a little more. Right? Yeah, we do have all that.
Yeah, guys. So we do have a Streamlabs if you want to help out. Again, the link is in the description of all our videos. We have our own shirts as well if you want to rock some MCF gear and show your love for the Cowboys. We do have a Patreon as well if you want to check it out. Again, that's in the link of all our videos. But the best way you guys can always support is what you're doing right now here in Law's chat. That's you guys just gotta again watch. Come into these chats. Let us know your thoughts. Hit the like, comment, interact, guys.
Yeah.
That's the best way we can know
On all
you
these
guys
channels.
on all of it that we are doing what you guys like, what you want to see.
Yeah, and again, it's about Cowboy Nation. So yeah, we thank all you guys who kind of laid the path here for us newbies. So thank you, Law, and the rest of the crew out there. And we're just trying to just get in, fit in there. So with the rest of the gang. So thanks a
Yeah.
lot, man.
Let me hit
Much
that go.
love.
Let me hit that go Cowboys again. I love
Yeah,
that,
man.
man.
It's always about that star, that blue and silver, baby. What it's all
Yes,
about, man.
indeed.
What's it all about?
Yeah, woo! That's what I'm talking about, boy. It just bring me life,
We're
boy.
almost there,
Y'all
man.
guys
10
don't
days
know, man.
training camp. 10
Training camp,
days.
man. If you guys don't hit that like button, if you guys don't hit that share, smash it. I want you to Hulk smash that share button too as well. That's the best thing you can do for the nation. Share this. Tell a friend. Tell a foe. Tell a troll. Let them know that we live in the flesh like 1995. This is your brother from another, no other. I don't look like Danny Glover, but I will keep it cool for you guys. And remember, you all are listening to nothing but the best. Salute. We're out. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. She don't want to say bye. There you go. She's waving. She waving. She waving. Bye-bye, nation. We out. Peace, baby, baby.